एक ऐसी बातचीत, एक ऐसा कन्वर्सेशन जो हॉस्पिटल के कॉरिडोर से लेकर हेल्थ केयर के फ्यूचर तक जाती है. दिस सेशन इज नॉट अ स्पीच, इट्स अ रियल कन्वर्सेशन, an honest stare on the ground realities of the healthcare. So, without further ado, please join me in welcoming the two respected voice of the industry, Dr. Paras Shah, who will be leading this fireside conversation, and our esteemed guest, the ever-inspiring Dr. Sanjay Pandya. Dr. Pandya has been serving the medical world for over the 40 years, an expert, an investigist, and a pain and physician. So currently the head of the anesthesia at the SCG Hospital Bhavnagar. He's not just a healer, but a leader, the NBH principal accessor, guiding hospital across India towards the quality and the excellence. जहाँ तजुर्बा और सोच मिलते हैं वहाँ बदलाव जरूर होता है. And today we will witness just that. Experience meets the evolution. So please put your hands together for Dr. Paras Shah and Dr. Sanjay Pandya as they dive into the challenges and the opportunity for the small and the mid-sized hospital in the evolving healthcare ecosystem. जोरदार ताली हो जाए. Please have a big round of applause for that.
After very inspiring story by Manish Bhai, we are now going to join fireside conversation with Dr. Sanjay Bhai. You know, already introduction is given for Sanjay Bhai, so I am not again introducing Sanjay Bhai. And today we are going to discuss, or we are going to get the views from the Sanjay Bhai regarding the nursing homes and small hospital. What are the challenges they are facing at present, and what is their future in coming years? We are talking about the healthcare of India. Whenever we talk about the healthcare of India, we always must think about the big hospital chains, corporate hospital. Which we forget, the backbone of Indian healthcare is our small nursing homes and small mid-sized hospitals. That's the one-bed hospital to the 50 beds hospitals. They are very affordable, very approachable, and very friendly to the patients. But nowadays, what happened? Everyone wants to talk about the big hospitals, corporate hospitals. So nowadays, these small hospitals and nursing homes are facing lots of challenge. I just want to know, Sanjay Bhai, in this Sunday morning from you, what are these few points? Please enumerate few points. What are these challenges these nursing homes and the small hospital are facing, and how they can come up? Just first we enumerate the points, and then we discuss each point in details.
Yeah, pleasant good morning to everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank the PS Global as well as Medgrowth Engine, from where Dr. Praveen Bhai and Kandak Bhai took this opportunity and invited me to share my views on this 40 years of journey, which I have passed through from clinical to non-clinical administrative all the way. So thanks for the invitation. This is purely a disclaimer I give that this is not from the books, which may be a theoretical thing, but what I have observed and what I have experienced during my the long journey. I would like to share my thoughts. It may not be, it may be baseless, or maybe books may be picturized maybe more on a Western rather than Indian and up to the grassroots level, as Dr. Paras by saying. And it may have a different opinion from the audience also. And what we'll be discussing is maybe it is a vast topic to talk on small or medium-sized nursing homes. Let me define first what I mean as a small hospital and what I mean as a medium hospital. So, small hospital may be on both sides. It could be a 5 or 10 bed hospital or maybe 10, 15 bed hospital, which would be a small hospital. And other way, if the hospital is run by a single person or a single specialty, and with a smaller size of beds, or maybe a couple running the hospital, it could be a small hospital. While working in a group, maybe 4, 5, 8, 10 doctors, with maybe a number of beds, maybe around 25, 30, 40, up to 50. It could be a medium-sized hospital, but once you cross the 50 number, it becomes a more of a bigger size hospital, and the problems of bigger hospital will arise. But we will restrict to a small and medium, as Dr. Parasbhai said, it is a backbone. But over a period of time in discussion, we will see to it how the backbone was, and is it today, and maybe will it be tomorrow? So we need to discuss the issues what we are facing against the. So main points which I feel the small and medium hospitals, because bigger hospitals they don't have those challenges. They have their list challenges settled and solved. But small hospitals they face a legal compliance is the first thing which a very small hospital in nowadays. Because when I started a journey, I was not hearing any law or a act or a consumer protection or nothing. It was at that stage where the faith of the router is the only thing. So in today's world, even a person wants to start a clinic or a one bed or two bed or a daycare or a small hospital, they have to comply the legal proceedings and you have to get an approval from the authorities. So one of the part will be a legal compliance, will be a tremendous restraints for small hospitals. Second could be a as the patient's expectation increases, your capex or a capital expenditure and operational expenditure, you have to be on a constant increasing in way. And especially when Corona came and after Corona, we also experienced that a lot of consumables are now used, which is initially were not used. Even we are seeing the any population which is moving onto the roads are with the mask also nowadays. We see previously the mask was only limited to the operation theater, but now it has expanded its use. So operational expense is also increased. Third would be a manpower challenges we will be facing because the small hospitals may not be affordable to keep a skilled or a trained doctor. So what happens in a small hospital is the hospital who is running the hospital, they will be a clinician as well as administration for 24 hours. What we gain from the small hospital, we have to divide into three. Because when you are working in a team or when you are working in a hospital of a bigger size, you are only working for 8 hours for your core job. Right? So this issue is also there. Okay, we are only working for 24 hours for both the ends. So it becomes difficult. And getting a trained manpower at a smaller level hospital, it is also difficult. So this is a manpower issue as well as whatever technology comes over a period of time. Probably a single person may not be able to match with that technology over a period of time. So these are the main which are additional hurdles even from the audience also you can come on so that we can discuss on those points also. But these are the few challenges which I think it will be a problem and ever increasing patient expectation in this scenario would also be to be addressed.
Absolutely, you are right. But what I think, first and foremost problem these small nursing homes or hospital are facing is financial and operational pressure. What happened? When I started my practice 27 years back, that time there was no corporate hospital. The first corporate hospital was Doctor House. Small Doctor House was built up near Parimal Garden. That was the first corporate, you can say, 30-bed hospital. Otherwise, there was always small nursing home. The nursing home was run in the bungalows of the doctors. The नीचे ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे हॉस्पिटल होती थी और फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे डॉक्टर्स अपना रेसिडेंस बनाते थे. सो देयर वाज नॉट मच फाइनेंशियल प्रेशर. आज की तारीख पे क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गया है कि आज कोई भी शॉपिंग सेंटर में आप चले जाते हो तो 1000-2000 स्क्वायर फीट की भी जगह लेते हो तो 30% 40% सुपर बिल्डर के नाम पे बिल्डर ले लेते हैं. तो यू विल गेट ओनली 60% ऑफ प्लेस. एंड अगर 2000 स्क्वायर फीट भी लेने जाते हो 5000 रुपए का प्राइस लेते हो. Forget about the ground floor. Ground floor will be not less than 50,000 to 20,000 rupees. But I'm telling you about the third floor, fifth floor, about 10 place. So it will cost nearly 1 crore rupees just to खाली खोकू लेवा માટે ને 1 કરોડ રૂપિયા આપણે આપવા પડતા હોય છે. Forget about the overall cost about the infrastructures like beds, machineries and all other things. So it will come around 2 CR for making 2,000 square feet place. Out of 2,000, you will get only 14,000 square feet. 1,400 square feet. 40 out of 1,400, you have to put your chamber. You can put only 2 or 3 beds, not in 1,400 beds. So how you will survive? So first and foremost, pressure is about the finance.
Yeah.
So and above all, now if you don't have the tie-up with the insurance company, patient will say, "Doc, I don't want to come. I want to go I want to pay anything from my pocket. If you have cashless, I'll do it." And government योजना जो होती है PMJ योजना है बाकी जो योजना है you know the rates are there. So Dr. Pandya, how can small hospital manage rising operational costs, especially when the reimbursements rate from the TPS or government schemes remain so low?
Yeah, this is a nice discussion which can go along a day whole probably if we start discussing on this. But let me tell you the.
Let's talk about more. Not much.
That's true. But first you decide. Nowadays, when you open any type of hospital, a small or a medium, which could be a forget about the clinic. Clinic, I say, is a professional clinic and it's not a business unit. But when you start even a small hospital, you have to consider, one has to consider it is a business unit. So we forget that we always believe that we are a doctor and we are professional. But the consumer protection, why key? Because now the government has decided, okay, this is a business or you have a customer and there would be a B2B or B2C. You need to understand that you are starting a business, not a hospital. And in a business, finance is always a key feature. In any business you go, you have to understand the finances, which would be a capital as well as operational. And for that, we forget that we will be able to manage. But if you review the business strategy, naturally everybody must have heard the BDCA cycle, which every business has to follow. That initially you have to plan something, then do the things which you have planned, then keep a check whether you are meeting those standards and what you have decided in planning way. Because you have planned something but you are going somewhere else. So you have to analyze and give a effect on that. And once you start this type of unit, you have to have these expenses and it rightly, as Robert Barasway said, it is becoming difficult for a smaller hospital rather. I'm not taking this point as a medium hospital. Probably medium hospital may be keeping those one or two person to analyze all these things. But in a small hospital, it becomes very difficult because you are focusing on your clinical side. Parallelly, you cannot focus on all the way. And now we know as a medical person that we are also running to a specialty. As Dr. Manish may say, now he is a bariatric surgeon. From MBBS to MS to surgeon to laparoscopic and now on to bariatric only. So in every sense, in a hospital when you are running, you have to have a specialist with you. So it is to be planned in that way. And let me give you a two example. So in finance, this type of a association would definitely work. And I would like to give you two examples in my real life and what I have encountered and finished those projects. First thing when it came into a biomedical waste before in 2000, 1995, 2000, where everybody was afraid now this will be increasing the operational expense of any hospital. And as of today, we know okay, we are getting that expense. And second, I will give you the examples of fire installation recently, post-COVID, which every hospital has got. So in this place, or any consumable expense which you encounter, right? So where you need an association or group, because corporate hospital has a huge demand and they have a bulk purchase and they have a margin of negotiation. But small hospitals, they are using very minor amount, right? So we don't have a negotiating power in a small hospital. So we have to go to a root cause, and I just enumerated in a small time both the examples. In fire, what we did, we had a IMA meeting. So it's a gathering. You have to get together at some level. So in Bhavnagar, we had a meeting on IMA, and then we decided, and I started the leadership in that, and we installed a fire installation within a year at around 100 hospitals in Bhavnagar, getting together with the IMA. And you don't understand, we had on an average costing when we went into because it was just a service and mobility work. I had gone to the details of the whole fire system and then negotiated with the vendor and at par basis without no profit, no loss basis when we went. Every hospital has to spend only 2 to 3 lakhs per hospital for installation of the whole building. In any building, they don't have to spend more than that. Even if it is a individual hospital or it could be a complex or but in mid or small size hospital, what I am talking. Corporate had their own plans. Second, in a biomedical waste in 2000, we again had I have a meeting, and you must be probably maybe knowing that Bhavnagar was the first place where we started biomedical waste on our own way in a ILA. And we were applied for a common biomedical waste management treatment facility. And it was run by ILA, and still as on today it is run by ILA. So no profit goes out of the pocket from the IMA members. And as on today in any IMA work, the fund comes from that unit. And it is a collection of the money from the doctors only. And as of today in Gujarat, our rate is the only lowest rate. And at that time also, and you see this Dr. Hitesh Bhai, the name is there. Dr. Hitesh Bhai is now in an OCAD, medical legal consultant. And he and myself run for around 2 to 3 years after that. And we gave the economical backing. So, in a consumable, if you see, this kind of a group make you get together and try to negotiate as parallel to the corporate structures, and you go to that. But I would make it more logical when it is a specialty gathering, so that the common purpose of the product will be there. So we have a negotiating power.
So I'm agree with Sanjay bhai. If small hospital has to survive, they have to उनको अपना ग्रुप बनाना पड़ेगा, आजू बाजू डॉक्टर्स के साथ ग्रुप बनाना पड़ेगा, स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल जिनके साथ है उनके साथ मिल के बल्क में बाय करना पड़ेगा, तो दे कैन हैव द मोर नेगोशिएबल पावर टू द कंज्यूमेबल. लाइक अगर ग्लोव्स खरीदना है, मैं जस्ट सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ, ग्लोव्स खरीदना है, वो सिंगल खरीदने जाएगा, उसको 500 ग्लोव्स चाहिए, लेकिन साथ में आजू बाजू की स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल 10 हॉस्पिटल मिलकर साथ में करेंगे तो 5000 ग्लोव्स चाहिए, तो प्राइस विल बी ड्रामेटिकली चेंज. सो दे हैव टू टॉक विद देयर कलीग्स एंड दे हैव टू मेक फॉर्म टू सर्वाइव दिस कंपटीशन. प्लस मैं ऐसा भी सोचता हूँ, अगर स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल है, जनरल सर्जरी करता है, तो कोई भी जनरल सर्जरी करेगा, तो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट सम स्पेशलाइजेशन. मैंने 27 साल पहले प्रैक्टिस शुरू किया था, तो मैंने सेक्सोलॉजिस्ट का प्रैक्टिस किया था. उस टाइम पे एमबीबीएस करने के बाद सेक्सोलॉजिस्ट का प्रैक्टिस सब मेरे को बोल रहे थे. माय फादर वाज सर्जन. मेरे को सब बोल रहे थे, तू पागल हो गया है, सेक्सोलॉजिस्ट में कौन आता है, सिर्फ क्वेक्स फॉर वर्किंग, व्हाई यू आर डूइंग दिस थिंग, कोई पेशेंट नहीं आएगा, कौन आता है. 27 साल पहले सेक्स के बारे में कोई बात भी नहीं करता था, लेकिन आई एम द उसी तरह राजन भाई यहाँ थे. राजन भाई ने स्टार्ट किया था डिजाइनर चाइल्ड के बारे में. उनके फादर सनत भाई जोशी वेरी रेप्यूटेड गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट थे. फिर भी राजन भाई ने कुछ अलग काम किया, तो राजन भाई का भी इतना ही बड़ा नाम हुआ, ही वाज एबल टू डू वंडरफुल थिंग्स. सो अगर आपको सर्वाइव करना है, स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल है, सर्वाइव करना है, तो यू हैव टू डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स देन द अदर पीपल आर डूइंग. दूसरा मेरे को सवाल एक मन में आता है, आज की तारीख में क्या होता है, लोगों को दिखावे की जरूरत हो गई है. बोलते हैं कि डॉक्टर साहब, पहले हमारे टाइम पे क्या होता था, लोग पूछते थे कौन सा सर्जन है, कौन सा डॉक्टर है, उससे ट्रीटमेंट लेते थे. आज पूछते हैं कौन सा हॉस्पिटल है, क्योंकि उसके नेबर्स को बोलना है कि मैं जाइडस में गया था, केडी में गया था, साल में गया था, सेल्फी में गया था, क्योंकि वो पूछे कि तूने कहाँ सर्जरी कराई, वहां खाना क्या, मेरे रिलेटिव आएंगे तो उनको खाना क्या मिलेगा, छोले भटूरे मिलते हैं वहां पे. These are the questions people do ask. You will get surprised, but people do ask these things. So ये जो सब है, पेशेंट का एक्सपेक्टेशन इंक्रीज हो रहा है, तो स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल हाउ दे विल, और उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कैसे इंप्रूव करें, उसके बारे में आपका क्या कहना है, कैसे कर सकते हैं हम?
See, it is always, as I said, it is you have to understand the B2C. So you have to understand the customer. In any business when you are doing, because you are running a clinic or a small hospital, it is always a B2C direct. You are doing a business with a customer, or it may be a labeled as a patient here in our discussion. But you have to understand the reality and expectation of them. And as of today, as you say, we are on mobile and it is easy information available. And our expectation is, our patient's expectation, customer's expectation is ever rising, because they are getting all the information. So you have to be updated as per the time changes, and you have to shift the gears of your delivery system. And I tell you that when you promise something, you have to deliver that. And if you can't deliver that, you will lose the customer. Any customer will, if you are marketing something XYZ, and if you don't deliver even X, then the next time the customer will not come. And more important in a hospital way is a second time, third time should come. And every time any patient comes, they are coming with a additional expectation. Because once we go at one place, suppose I come to Ahmedabad before 5 years, next time I will come to Ahmedabad, I should be feeling better than previous my experience. Everywhere, it is a customer when approaches some unit, and they will be expecting something, I will be getting this much. Till today, still in a small hospital, the faith on doctor is persisting, but may not be tomorrow or maybe not the years to come. It is going to last long because the media and everybody has spoiled little bit of a image of the doctor, right? So now they are relying on the certain demarcation. Suppose this is a hospital, is an accredited hospital, yes or no? Whether there will be a waiting period or a online registration is available, yes or no? See, all these things, they are cutting short their time of wastage of time. So these are the factors which you need to also involve into your system when you are doing a small hospital. You have to upgrade your little bit of a expense you have to do. You have to upgrade your systems to at par of the expectation of the patient. And most important, one line I tell you, whoever starts the hospital has to start the feedback system. Every patient should be having a feedback. If you get a feedback, analyze those things, you will naturally come to know the next year where I have to go. So your customer may be demanding something else than what you are delivering. That you will be going to get from feedback. So I think the feedback system has to be stronger.
मीडिया है, मीडिया का काम तो करता ही रहेगा। वो नेगेटिव बोलेगा आपके बारे में, कोई भी पेशेंट ने कुछ लिखा तो नेगेटिव बोलेगा। लेकिन मैं एक आपको बताता हूँ, जब आज से कुछ साल पहले गुजरात में इलेक्शन हुआ था, तो कोई पार्टी ने या कोई लीडर ने ऐसा बोला था मोदी साहब के लिए, ये तो मौत के सौदागर है। अभी बिहार में इलेक्शन हुआ तो उनको बोला कि उनकी माँ को गाली दी गई। तो लोग क्या है, नेगेटिव ज्यादा पसंद नहीं करते हैं। आप अपनी पॉजिटिव बातें बताओ कि मैं क्या अच्छा कर सकता हूँ, वो सामने वाला क्या उसमें गलती है, बुराई, हर एक में कुछ ना कुछ होती है, वो मत बताओ, लेकिन अपनी पॉजिटिव बात बताओगे तो लोग ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे, एक्सेप्ट करेंगे आपको। उसी तरह अगर मैं हेल्थ केयर के अंदर भी आप दूसरी हॉस्पिटल क्या कर रही है, ऐसा बोलोगे कि कॉर्पोरेट बहुत चार्ज करती है, ये है वो है, उससे अच्छा आप क्या उससे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं वो करोगे तो मेरे लिए, मेरे ध्यान से वो स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल और नर्सिंग होम के लिए बेटर रहेगा। My third question is about the technology and digital safety. This is the third most challenge small hospitals are facing. Health can become digital now. EMR, online consultations, telecommunication, artificial intelligence, social media branding, and all other things are there. And they are using the human touch in providing this thing. So how these small hospitals and nursing homes can survive or can do better in this environment?
Yeah. See, as time changes, one line I tell you, there is nothing constant, only change is constant. One has to make yourself change. And initially, when I started a practice, we had seen the capital intensivist things are coming up. And initially, for 10, 15 years, there was those who were investing and capitalizing the bigger places, they were going into the market. Now the thing has changed. Now you have to adopt the technology. And digital technology is not a new buzz. Now even a 1-year child or a 2-year child now working with the technology. And they are playing with the mobile. So one has to change their practices from paper to digital. Always EMR, it is very easy to adapt. Initially you may take time, but after an year you get starting that result also of digitalization where you are saving the time. Only you have to invest the time for first year to adapt those things. And I don't think it will be difficult for the new generation. Keeping those buzzes there, it will be difficult, it will be troubling me. But initially for first year only, and then onwards it will be helpful because patient doesn't come with the original paper. You have a history on your computer or a mobile or anything. So I think AI is a different thing, but up to EMR or a digital online system or something. And nowadays, rightly said, you have to shift to a marketing also digital, and which is a wonderful thing that you can reach in a one click to 1,000 or 10,000 people. But deliver what you are going to deliver, market what you are going to deliver, and don't over market. Let them experience better when they come than what you have marketed.
Absolutely right, sir. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है।
हाँ।
तो आपको हर रोज कुछ न कुछ तो आपकी पेज में कुछ डालना पड़ेगा। आप अपने फील्ड के बारे में डालो, रिलेवेंट चीजें डालो, तो लोग आपको फॉलो करेंगे। अगर आज को किसी को ओबेसिटी है तो मीडियाटिक का सोच रहा है तो मनीष भाई का पेज देखता रहेगा। कभी आज नहीं तो साल के बाद, 2 साल के बाद वो उसके दिमाग में रहेगा, हाँ वो मनीष भाई है, वो ऐसी ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं, तो वो उसको फॉलो करेगा। लेकिन वो दिखेगा तभी वो बिकेगा, तभी वो याद रहेगा। लोगों की मेमोरी बहुत शॉर्ट होती है। आज सुबह खाना क्या खाया, शाम को पूछेगा तो 2 बार सोचता है मैंने क्या खाया था, तो आपके बारे में तो वो ऑब्वियसली भूल जाएगा। तो आपको बार बार हैमरिंग करना पड़ेगा, उसको रिमाइंडर देना पड़ेगा कि भाई मैं ये चीज करता हूँ, अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम है तो मेरे पास आओ।
And other marketing, rather other marketing, digital marketing is very easy nowadays. You hand over something like type of a conduct by type of a person who are taking responsibility on your digital marketing. So it is that you don't have to go anywhere, and you will also learn from them. Yeah, how to be more socialized.
Yes, we are running out of time.
Yeah.
So last one question. Looking 5 to 10 years ahead, do you think small and medium sized hospital can survive independently, or will collaborate or consolidate become essential for them?
As I told you, small hospital is difficult over a period of time. I would rather switch to a medium-sized hospital. Could be a small hospital in future. Small hospital, they have to constantly change themselves. They have to be ready. It is rather better to small hospital either shift to a medium hospital or to a clinic and develop a group practice. There, as Dr. Manish Bhai said, there are some difficulties in the group practice also. But if you plan in a better way, put some systems in the place, then group practice of a medium hospital can survive a very long time, where sharing of the responsibility will be high, as well as you can appoint for the administrative person. Because now in business, always in any business, there is a core person and an admin person. If you see anywhere, it is a bigger hospital or a smaller hospital or somewhere in a smaller unit of a business, there will be a two team working. One is a core team who is focusing on the specialty, and another is a administrative, where a single person cannot handle both the activities. It is difficult. Over a period of time, it is going to be very difficult. And when you go for a smaller hospitals or a 10 bed or something, 5-10 beds, you occupy into some of the complexes where you have to don't have an expansion capacity. So you need to change some after some time. It is rather if it's small hospital you have to go clinic or an individual small unit. You can start with as previously was there that lower down clinic above one first floor and second floor. That's all with the resident or something. But smaller hospital is very difficult to survive over a period of time because there are lot of legal compliances to be followed as well as quality parameters are coming up nowadays. That are lot of hospitals going for NMEH, QCI, registration, ISO, everything. So smaller hospital they have to be very vigilant and there has to be a changing attitude.
Yes, I do agree. It's difficult to survive in a small hospital. लेकिन मेरा आज भी मानना है, जो स्मॉलर हॉस्पिटल में टच मिलता है, ह्यूमन टच मिलता है, वो आपको कॉर्पोरेट में कहीं नहीं मिलेगा। कॉर्पोरेट में पेशेंट जाता है तो गुम जाता है, उसको पता ही नहीं चलता मैं किससे मिलूं। डॉक्टर एक बार देख के चला गया, उसके बाद डॉक्टर का पता नहीं मिलता, कहाँ मिलूं, डॉक्टर का नंबर नहीं होता, कुछ भी नहीं होता। तो अगर उसको बिल में कुछ बार्गेनिंग कराना या कुछ पूछना होता है तो सिर्फ एम्प्लॉइज मिलते हैं। एम्प्लॉइज बोलते हैं मेरा हाथ में तो कुछ नहीं है, आप जाइए साहब के पास, साहब तो है नहीं अभी, आपको छुट्टी आज लेनी है। तो मेरे को लगता है अगर स्मॉल हॉस्पिटल ग्रुप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे आप, या अच्छी तरह प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, एथिकल प्रैक्टिस करेंगे और ग्रुप प्रैक्टिस में आप कैरिंग विद शेयरिंग करेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली स्मॉलर हॉस्पिटल नर्सिंग होम का फ्यूचर आज भी मुझे ब्राइट लगता है। डिफिकल्ट है, चैलेंजेस है, लेकिन फ्यूचर आज भी खत्म नहीं हुआ है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, doctors, for sharing such an honest and relatable perspectives today. And truly, the healthcare is the both science, art, and yes, the practicality as you guys have shared.